good sign that it's starting to come up, though. I'm getting it in my sinuses and things like that.
Mine stayed in my
Go.
chest. Isn't that your turkey cup right there, Andrew?
Oh, actually, I think it is.
If not, I have an entire dishwasher full of cups.
No.
Yes, I do. Stop. Get your drink. We don't have any tea. Guys, I have a child I'm wanting to strangle right about now.
Ain't nobody on it.
Even though there's only one person in here.
Get your drink and go. This is why I left you back there. Oh. Hi, freaky geek. I'm about to strangle my son. Hey, how's it going? The boy with the black eyes. Nice to meet you. If we haven't already met. Yeah, no, you don't.
New subscriber.
Do what?
Set under subscriber.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Had to get my chat going, that way I don't have to. I'm not just dedicated to my screen here. How you guys been doing? Haven't been on in a few days. I literally just got done doing the first episode of a new series that I'm going to be doing every week for you guys. So that's why I'm on a little later than I kind of wanted to be originally. So tonight I'm doing breaded pork steaks. Yes, a cliffhanger. You're just going to have to wait and see. I'm going to work on it, getting it edited tonight and tomorrow, and have it posted by tomorrow evening. So, just watch my channel. You're already subscribed and got the notification bell going, so apparently, because you were right on my live stream, and I appreciate that. A skull glass? No, it's just
A bubble glass.
a bubble glass. Got little bubbles in it. So,
I don't even remember where I got it from.
you want to go?
I don't even remember where I got that cup from.
No. Like I said, I just literally got done recording it. So, yeah, that's kind of what I thought at the very first time I saw it, but it is pretty cool. Okay, let's see what else now. So, I'm doing my son's favorite breaded pork chops, or pork steaks. And, sorry, my brain's not going tonight for some reason. And, I'm going to be doing some fried potatoes because my wife wants them. And she doesn't want to cook them, so. And
Go watch your son or something on PlayStation.
I got me some taters that I gotta use up. That are growing some eyes. Not really that many taters.
I have my eye on you, freaky geek.
You can beat them later when there's no cameras.
It's shake and baked. No, I don't do shake and bake. I don't do hamburger helper. I don't do any of those prepared meals unless it's a day that I am so utterly exhausted I don't want to do a damn thing else. And even then, my son, like I said, he's being a total weirdo tonight for some reason.
They should still be good.
Do what?
They still should be good. They still should be good.
Yeah. They were just bought last week, if that.
Just last week we were done.
Oh, it was just when I opened the bag, it was a funny smell that came out. I was like, in the... You're all funny. Okay, I gotta find my breadcrumbs. There we go. Gotta get my seasonings. Not watched the telly in years, huh? I didn't think you spoke Canadian from... I thought you spoke regular. I think I remember that. Actually, yeah. Who me be normal? Yeah, no. So how's that that cold weather affecting you up there, Freaky Geek? Are you getting any of that cold weather? Are you like in the I can't remember exactly. I know you said you're from Canada in one of the provinces up there and all that, but you know how much I pay attention sometimes. Are you getting blasted with that Arctic North Pole cold thing that they're saying? That's how I feel. What is it? Wednesday. I believe Wednesday, the high is supposed to be 8 degrees.
7.
Oh, they lowered it to 7? Oh, you got them Canadian squalls, huh? Yeah, it's supposed to be -2 for the low and like 7 degrees for the high Wednesday. And then Friday and Saturday, it's going to be like 60 degrees. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel about it, Mo Man. And funny thing about it, I gotta go to Aldi Wednesday. I gotta go down the road to the store. Because I don't know about you, but I can't not afford to save $5 on a 5 pound roll of hamburger. I can't afford not to. And
chicken wings.
and chicken wings and ribs. They have this like huge sale Wednesday. I don't know how or why in the world they would do something like that to people, but they are. And I'm gonna end up paying for it, but yeah, it's gonna be like $1.49 a pound for 73.27 lean. I mean, I can't afford not to go get that. And I think Iron Dog 63's channel and him reading the ads. So big shout out to Iron Dog 63, Keith, for letting me know about that little sale that they got going. So I'm doing breaded pork steaks. My breaded pork steaks are basically pork steaks that are breaded. My breading, I use Italian breadcrumbs and my general seasoning, which is seasoned salt, little tiny bit of chili powder, little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, and some black pepper. Mix it all up. And I could not tell you proportions. I know, and in with the breadcrumbs, I put in about a handful of flour. Something like this, I never portion out because it's how I think it should look. That's my mixture that I'm putting onto the pork steaks. Before I do that, though, I'm going to put them in a nice milk and egg mixture. That way the breading sticks. And I'm not putting any extra salt in it. Yeah. And I'm using 2 eggs to about a third a cup of milk is what I think I put in there. But yeah, that's like an amazing deal and I can't pass that up, so. So here's my pork steaks. It's in my little egg and milk mixture. Let that sit in there for just a minute. I'm going to take... So just so you guys know, this is not called a cookie sheet. This is actually called a jelly roll pan because it has 4 sides to it. A cookie sheet is flat. So, but I guess the words are used interchangeably. I just thought I'd give a little bit of knowledge there. You wish you had a pumpkin roll, right? Well, make yourself one. Watch my video.
Dang it, Mo Man! I was doing so good.
Looking at the pounds versus price comparison. You haven't been doing that your whole life? How much money have you thrown down the toilet, bud? I mean, no offense, but that's... So I'm just taking my pork steaks and putting them in my... Well, Mo Man better come up and make you one. What?
He said I just get what I can afford at the time.
Oh wow, yeah, you could be saving so much money if you were to price compare and stuff like that, because so I gotta get these tossed in the oven, and after I do that, I've got to get started on the potatoes, because those take a little while to actually cook. Oh, those of you that know about St. Louis and the way the county and city are organized, a little bit of general knowledge for you guys. St. Louis made pulled pork barbecue sandwich. That sounds really good. For some reason, my brain is not working tonight, and I don't know why with my mouth. I can't talk today.
What, baby brain?
Something. I don't want to announce too much on my channel. Or do you not care?
Where?
Okay. St. Louis County and St. Louis City I'll tell you guys about that here in just a minute. And, well, St. Louis County and St. Louis City.
Allie's on.
Who?
Allie?
Allie. Oh, hey, Allie. Hey, darling, how you doing? Well, Allie kind of knows, because she was on chat with Sis the other day, the live stream. But, okay. Let me talk about what I was saying here just a minute. The city of St. Louis is not inside of a county. The county of St. Louis does not contain the city of St. Louis. So, the county of St. Louis houses about 55 different municipalities, different little cities gathered around the entire county. They've been separated for about 120 years or so. And they are in the talks and process of getting them combined again. That way it's one big, huge St. Louis city. There won't be any more, South County, North County. You won't be any more Ferguson or Maplewood or Shrewsbury or anything like that. if y'all hear about, No More Maryland Heights, they're talking about combining them again. So that could be going on here within the next couple months. And that's kind of a historic thing. Okay. So, about your comment about me not being able to talk tonight for some reason. It kind of really is a kid factor, but it's not our son.
JD's on.
Hi, JD. Welcome to my live stream, bud. Well, you've been on before, but haven't been on in a while. So, we and Miss Allie knows kind of about this already because she was on a live stream that I was talking on yesterday with Country Girl. Well, we have this friend, and I'll be able to explain a little bit of detail about this. That way you know a little bit more, Allie. We have this friend, and she is like a sister to both of us. She has 2 daughters, and she somehow, well, I mean, we all know how, but became pregnant.
She was on birth control.
On birth control. So, this is a very unplanned thing for her. She, at the moment in her life, can't handle another one, especially under the situation that it's under. So, Ashley and I are going to be taking this baby. She is about 13 or 14 weeks right now. So here in about 6 or 7 months, we're going to be having a little one running around. Well, not running around at that point, but y'all know what I mean. Our friend Amanda, she's a great woman, and just going through a lot right now in her life, trying to put 2 and 2 together with her life right now, and that doesn't include an extra. So we have the resources at the time, and we have the room, and we have the ability, and we have the want to be able to take on another baby, and it will be ours. It will be an open adoption. And we will be parents again. Well, it's not a stand-in thing. It's going to be a permanent thing. She'll be a part of the baby's life. She'll be there as an aunt and stuff like that. But she won't be in any kind of capacity as a parent. So, Ashley just had her surgery, and we've been kind of trying, and her chances are kind of slim with things. So uh, we really want one together. So this is going to be our baby. Uh huh. Okay. You're funny. That's a lot of grandbabies. Oh, not as many as some grandparents.
Right, but they're working on their 8th one.
Yeah, too bad we wouldn't ever know if you could do one. Because I've never seen you. Well, I think I've seen you once. I think I maybe saw like a picture or something long time ago of you, but okay, so I've got about 45 minutes, an hour. So I got some time. I'm having a cigarette break. A flat cartwheel.
Country girls on
Huh?
Country girl just posted a link. 365 vlog.
Do what?
Her 365.
Oh, okay, okay. She just posted a blog thing. Oh, okay. So, I'm taking my little. It's in the description. What am I cooking? I have breaded pork steaks in the oven. I do those kind of often because we love pork steaks. It's a good cheap cut of meat, and done right, it tastes amazing. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate it. This is kind of stubble right now, but I've had my goatee for a year now. I very seldom shave it, but every so often I have to. No, these aren't actually chops. These are pork steaks. And if you're from Missouri, you know what pork steaks are, mo man.
Chops are gross.
um, Ashley thinks uh, chops are gross because they're drier. They're a different cut. They're from a different part of the pork. But pork steaks are uh, a butt shoulder, a pork butt, pork shoulder mix, and sliced into a steak. So, chili dogs? No, I'm not doing chili dogs. No, I don't. When I'm feeling okay, and I'm kind of getting over my cough and sickness. For chili, yeah, true. Or even in the fridge, just pulled out of the fridge, they're pretty chilly. um, but I don't generally do really easy stuff. Oh, hi, Tammy. Thanks for joining my live stream. I appreciate it. But I'm going to show you how I do fried potatoes. And with fried potatoes, I use real butter because it gives the potatoes a really good flavor. Well, right now, you just kind of missed. I got breaded pork steaks in the oven. It's kind of similar to a shake and bake thing, but I don't shake them. I just I put my breading on them and I bake them. So um, it's my breading is basically uh, kind of how you similar to how you do fried chicken with the egg and milk mix, and then you bread them with the dry. I use Italian breadcrumbs and some seasonings mixed together with some flour, and it seals in all those juices, and it's really good. Okay, okay. I look forward to seeing this picture. I get to see both of you. Oh, oh, that is so cute. That's Allie and JD. The first night they met.
Aw, be a cute couple.
Do you mind if I share and show everybody? I have to get permission from both of you because both of you are in the picture. Yeah, it's more of a cover and bake than a shake and bake. But and I'm going to be doing some fried potatoes here in just a minute. Okay, I got a sure from JD. Where's my sure from Allie? It's right here. You guys want to see what Allie and JD both look like? Okay. You wear the pants in it, huh?
We all do.
That is Allie Oakley and JD Allison on the first night they met, guys. December 19th, about a month ago. Aren't they a cute couple? You can't fit in the dresses yet. Yeah, I have that issue as well. You see no parts in the shot. Oh, no pants in the shot. Yeah, there's no pants in that picture. Okay, Tammy. Okay, so more coffee. Oh my God, guys, I gotta tell you, I drink coffee in the mornings and the evenings. It's been my routine for a long time. Every time I do a live stream, every time I really cook dinner, I make a pot of coffee because that's just my routine. It's what I do. Last night, I don't know if it was just me being sick or what,
Lighter thief.
but I didn't make much of a dinner. I didn't make dinner last night. It was a whatever you can find night. We have those every so often, where we kind of dig through and eat leftovers and stuff to get stuff out of the fridge and stuff that needs to be eaten. Well, last night I didn't make a pot of coffee, and it was a mistake because I was so tired and so worn out and so blah last night that I couldn't hardly function after 9 o'clock. we were sitting there playing this game that we play, and I was telling Ashley, I said, I don't know how much longer I can stay up. She said, you can't leave me to play on my own. Okay. So I got to get these taters cooked because they're starting to grow some eyes, and taters growing eyes isn't a bad thing. It just means that they're getting older. They're starting to grow some babies. That's what happens, you know, when you become an adult little tater. So the adult potatoes grow baby taters, and there's nothing you can do about it. So all you do is you just pluck the eyes off. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't. I mean, if the potato's not squishy, you're good. If it's not growing mold, you're good. Potatoes last a long time. And you can have eyes 6 inches long as the potato's not bad. Actually, a potato growing eyes just means it's a healthy tater. Let's get these. I will end up running to the store tomorrow, and I'll pick up some artichokes. That way I can show you all how to make artichokes. Okay. So one thing you want to do if you're slicing potatoes, because you're going to be frying them or something. And I know I'm not talking to a bunch of newbies here on cooking and stuff. I might be a few of y'all, but you want to put your sliced potatoes in some cold water, because if you don't, they'll start to yellow and brown. These are going to be fried taters. Artichokes. You can cook artichokes a bunch of different ways. Step or 10. So I got my bowl of cold water, got my knife, got my cutting board. You said you like them a little thicker, don't you?
What?
The slices.
I like them on the mandarin.
You like them on the mandolin? The thick or the thin?
Thick.
The thick? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, so this is one of my dreaded kitchen utensils, because we had just gotten this thing like 2 years ago. I mean, just gotten it. On my thing. And I literally sliced my finger off with it. You guys can see that right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but I literally sliced this portion of my thumb off with this thing right here. So every time I use it, I cringe. But I've learned to use it safely. I'm looking for my thing. I just washed it.
I don't know.
My son puts dishes away, and sometimes I can't find things that I need. Well, I guess I can't use that.
Oh, just don't cut them really thick.
No, it's fine. I can use it, but I.
You gotta peel them first.
Oh, you want them peeled too?
Yeah.
Okay. She's making me go do so much work tonight with these. I gotta peel taters too, guys. Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah, it's a little flat. Okay.
Tim's on.
Huh?
Tim's world.
Oh, hey Tim, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just having to peel some potatoes here. I am cooking breaded pork steaks for dinner. They're in the oven currently.
Please, for Maui.
Well, hi, Leah. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I think this is more of just like a chat room while I'm cooking than a cooking room and you guys chatting. But I don't mind. I like that. So my cooking can get kind of boring. So this here is an attachment that I did not use when I sliced my finger off that day. So it makes it really easy, convenient. Actually, I'll cut it in half to make it easier. Over the times that we've used it, it's not so sharp anymore, but I still like to be careful because of that incident that I had. Well, hi, Tammy. How you doing tonight? Nice to see you on. You made it through the turkeyless roast. Who said that, Allie? Oh. I don't know. Chopped liver is pretty nasty. So. Gotta be careful, JD. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of mix up my taters here in the bowl of water. It's gonna get any kind of debris off of them and stuff, so they're nice and clean. Then empty off the water. So it takes a little while to cook these. Yeah, it does. It helps to release some of the starches from the potato. That way, they cook and get a little crispy, which is a good thing. I cook them till they're kind of brown. Like I said, I like to use real butter when I can for things like this because it helps to give it a lot of more flavor. I'm gonna turn my stove on about midway. I'll bring you guys over here. Make you dizzy. Okay, so I like to toss my potatoes in some seasoned salt. And I don't measure any of this out. I just kind of eye it. Guys, gotta be careful. I got a wooden spoon. I'm gonna mix this around, and I'm gonna toss. A little bit of olive oil in here too. Well, I always do live streams on dinners that take any kind of real preparation. This is one. In this bowl, I'm doing fried potatoes. I have breaded pork steaks in the oven. Not a lot of people from the eastern coast or the western coast know what pork steaks are, but they're really, really good. So I got my potatoes all mixed up. My stove's on 5. And all I'm going to do, because I've already got olive oil in with the potatoes, put a nice coat of butter. I mean, they are fried, so I use unsalted butter when I get butter because You're already adding salt. Why add more? What, like that? I'm not stupid. Burn my hand. Now I'm going to turn it up to 6. So I want it to cook a little heavier. Now I don't want to like have it on extreme hot because that'll overcook my potato before. And I don't want to overcook my potato before it's actually done. So cranberry? What's cranberry sauce, Allie? Oh, okay. I figured, but be technical in here sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to, while these are starting to cook, I'm going to pull my pork steaks out and turn them. Wash them off first, my tongs. Yeah, that is a death veggie to Ashley. She's severely allergic to onions, so. Or normally I would, slice up some onions, put them with the potatoes. These are my breaded pork steaks so far. Now, there's still some of the breading that's kind of dry on it. That will absorb some of the fat, some more of the fat as it cooks. On the top, it's not going to absorb as much until I turn it. But I see it's getting a little bit of brown on it, which is just how I want it to be. Do what? No, the other ones are just small. Oh, chicken cutlets? Yeah, those sound really good. Oh, that sounds really good. What kind of steaks?
going for a nice big juicy steak with a lot of fat.
We have that steak in there. Baked chicken sounds really good too. Oh, okay. Brownies, huh? You guys need to be encouraging her not to be making me make sweets for her. A burger with onion. All you could catch was veggies. So, guys, right before this live stream, I recorded my very first episode of the series that I'm going to be doing about kitchen basics. Every week, I'm going to be coming out with a new video, and this week was basically about some of the things that you would need if you were to be having to have a very small budget and restocking a kitchen with utensils, things to cook with on the smallest budget you could. And, some of the things are like knives and uh, spoons and things like that. Very basic things, but some things that if you want to uh, have the very minimum amount of utensils and uh, spoons and things like that, what you would need. Uh, so that was just my first episode. My next episodes they're gonna widely vary. Some are gonna be about um, knife techniques, how to sharpen a knife, what kind of pans to use, uh, for what task. Like for this one, I'm using uh, a skillet. Some other pans, what different skillet, what different pans are used for, things like that. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I'll be posting an actual video by tomorrow evening about that. And yes, they do smell really good. Prepping and creating a pantry. It's a good question, Allie. Well, it depends on your purposes. If you're talking about an end times Holocaust, or sorry, an end times apocalypse, such as a zombie outbreak or something like that, then yeah, I mean, go ahead and do it. Uh, this is just my personal opinion. Okay, so if you're trying to prepare for World War III, go ahead and dig a hole. Put shelves in it, stock it with as much canned foods and foods that don't expire or go bad, things like that. Or if you're just trying to stock up on stuff, that way you don't have to do it in the future. Um, but to me, the idea of prepping uh, is kind of a waste at times because, okay, you can some green beans, okay? Or you go out and you buy 30 cans of green beans. Those green beans are sitting in salt. They're sitting in uh, all preservative type stuff. So they could be sitting in there for 5 years. They say canned stuff doesn't, really have much of an expiration, but really it does. All food, all perishable food, whether you can it or not, is going to have an expiration. And some people leave stuff in there for years and years and years and say, oh, it's still good. It's not. It's taking all the flavor, all of the nutrients out of the food and putting it in that water, that juice, that canning material. And then it's just going to dissolve anyway. So you're not going to get the flavor. Nothing is as good as fresh. Nutrient wise, so to me, if you're trying to do it to prepare for an apocalypse, yeah, I mean, I understand that. Or you're trying to prepare for something specific. But to me, the amount of time and money and effort it takes to sit and prep, it's to me it's not worth it. Because I can go to the store and I can buy a can of green beans and set it on my shelf. And to me, I have the knowledge and know how if I needed to go out and hunt or gather vegetables or grow my own. To me, it would be better to start a garden and always have the fresh on hand rather than can it and save it for 3 or 4 years from now. Deer meat 10 years ago, that's really cool. I mean, does it taste good? Does it still, I mean, does I know it's not going to have the bacteria growth and stuff like that if it was canned right. But to me, I've heard horror stories about somebody getting something that was canned wrong, and it's just you don't know exactly if it was canned right the first time. And then once you open it, it only has a certain amount of time before you're able to, or before you have to throw it away. Well, that's really cool, Tim. I've never had canned deer meat, let alone 10 years ago. Well, what my point is, and I'm not saying that canning is bad because there's some people that in prepping, specifically is bad. But if you don't have the resources, you don't need to try to go above and beyond your means to try to do something like that. To me, a garden and some herbs in your windowsill are, in my opinion, it would be, it's better because you have those fresh items there instead of having to rely on something that's canned. If something does happen, we have a government meltdown or something, you're going to have your prep spot anyway. Why not have your garden instead where save enough for the off season. That way when you're not growing those things, you still have them, but don't, that's just my thought on it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I mean, save enough for the winter. In the off season when you won't have those. But, those that are, prepping for 5-10 years down the road, to me it's not worth it because you're not going to have enough room for you, your wife, your kids, their kids, and all kinds of other stuff in a basement, with enough food to be able to can and think that you'll be able to survive. But if you make your own garden and teach yourself, there's this saying, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And I like that saying because it really goes to tell, if you teach somebody something, or if you give somebody something, okay, say somebody, gives you canned food and this and that. Well, if something happens, you're going to have that canned food for a couple months and you're going to be done and you won't know what else to do. If you go out and you make a garden, even just a little garden on the side of your house, if you have a little tiny plot, make a garden, grow some green beans and some beans and peppers and potatoes and things like that. You'll be able to know how to do it. You could do it anywhere you needed to. If something happens, go out, pick a bunch of stuff right then. That way it's all fresh. Take it with you on the go. And bam, wherever you go, you make another garden real quick. Well, not real quick, and stuff's got to grow, but you know how to do it in pots, you know how to do it in the house, everything like that. So See how those are browning up nice? Those look good, don't they? Gotta get these ones that haven't browned yet. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind prepping and canning and saving stuff like that. I do. But if you don't have the means, or if it's too much for you, there's other ways to prepare for upcoming catastrophe. Oh, Allie, that can be. It can be any kind of a barrel. You know those big 55-gallon barrels? You can fill those from the bottom all the way to the top. You layer stuff, and or actually, it's best to like cut it in half, and then layer from the bottom to the top, and then every so often, that way, if it's not too heavy, you get another one. Best way to rotate it is put one on top of the other. I've seen people do it. Take one barrel, put it on top of the other, turn it over, bam, pull the one the what used to be the bottom off the top, and everything's rotated. Oh, hey, sis. Thanks for coming in. See, this is how you want your fried taters to look. Nice, crispy. Well, not really crispy, but nice and browned and done. If you can do that, they're nice and done. Okay, yeah, I'm planning on kind of watching them as I'm eating dinner, so. I'm not going to be on too much longer, so. I mean, long enough to get dinner finished, but. Well, I'm going to have to try them one of these days. Somehow. Look at that. Look how easy that pulls apart. That pork steak is done. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was doing pork steaks for a long time out on the grill and putting barbecue sauce on them and making them really good that way. But then I made them this way, breaded, with some Italian breadcrumbs and seasonings and stuff. And our son and Ashley just love them. So I've been doing them this way a lot, and I kind of alternate sometimes, but this is so far their favorite. Oh yeah, that's really good to do, Tim. Well, I don't have a pressure cooker, so I can try it that way. No, but Ashley and I love fried potatoes, so. And one way that a lot of people cook fried potatoes is with onions and stuff like that. I can't do that because Ashley's so allergic to onions. So I have to kind of make them plain, but I put, I season them and use real butter and things like that, so it really enhances the flavor. Now, Instapot is different than a pressure cooker, Allie. A pressure cooker is, well, the basic kind is like a big pot and has a lid on it that you lock into place, has a little gauge, and you set it on the stove and you turn the heat up and you adjust your heat on your burner and cook it that way, and it raises the pressure. Instapot, I don't have one. Never actually used an Instapot, so I don't know exactly what it does or how it does it. I think it, locks the lid on, has a little burner in there and stuff like that. Okay, okay. But a traditional pressure cooker is different. Do you put an Instapot on the stove? Or does it have a cord that you plug in? Is it like a pressure cooker, but you plug it in instead of putting it on the stove? So can a good hot water heater, Tim. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see how these are browning up, but
Be done here in just a few.
there's a yogurt button. You can cook yogurt in the Instant Pot, Allie? How does it cook yogurt? See, we try to have things like that around the house, like
Shut up.
the air fryer we had.
Shut up.
She's telling me shut up because this is a funny story about her. We had an air fryer. Worked great. Used it a lot.
Screw you.
But Ashley kind of set it on the stove. And when she set it on the stove, it kind of turned the burner on. She like hit the burner dial, and let's just say I ended up having to throw it away. The bottom of the air fryer was like completely melted. I had to chisel it off the stove and everything. I mean, it was funny.
I hate you.
I thought I've told that story before though. Boil a whole chicken in 25. Wow. Beans? Wow. Like fully cooked in 20 minutes for beans? Beans take forever. Okay. Well, I've been attempting to catch up on some videos from people, but it's been kind of hard because I've been sick, not feeling good. So, what are you watching? Is it that new show?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's the Resident. I don't know if I've been bouncing between you and baby shopping.
Oh. So yes, this you missed me talking about it a little bit ago. Uh, Here, tripod's kind of falling off. There we go. Um, when you were shopping at Dollar Tree the other day, I was hinting to the idea that we're going to be having a baby soon, and kind of told a little bit about it. Um, we have a good friend, and she is not in the best situation at the moment to be uh, putting an extra into her life, and she was on birth control and everything, and trying to avoid the situation, and she ended up getting pregnant. She's about 13, 14 weeks now, and she can't deal with it. So we are going to be taking the baby, and we're going to be having a little one running around here in like 6 or 7 months. It's going to be an open thing so that she can be involved in the baby's life, the child's life, as an aunt. So, yeah, we're excited. Ashley has been coming over and looking at getting baby stuff and things like that. So,
One thing that's gonna hurt us the most is the crib.
yeah. Yeah, the one thing that's going to hurt us the most is the crib. That's like a $200 uh, pull out of the pocket. So, but we'll get it. And overall, we've already got a. It's not set up. You know, it's kind of my office right now, but got a nursery. You know, adjacent to our room. And when the baby gets older, I'm easily going to be able to put a wall up to separate and have a separate room. And yeah, I mean things are going good, really good with that. Yeah, yeah. I know you can use a laundry basket or something like that. They used to put babies in dresser drawers when they were small enough. But we're gonna end up getting a crib. I mean, it's not gonna be. I mean, we'll be able to do it. It's not. It's just that's just the most expensive thing that we'll have to end up getting. Her sister just ended up having a baby back in September, and uh, the woman, our friend that has is having the baby, she has two girls. So we have a lot of ways to be able to get things, and we search, Marketplace and Craigslist and things like that. So um, we have a lot of ways of getting things. So yeah, we're not. I mean, it's not like we won't be able to afford it. It's just a baby's, a lot of expenses and stuff. So we're gonna end up be going through that here soon. And we are going to find out the sex of the baby. She has 2 girls now. So it might be a girl, it might be a boy. Don't know.
We can get a guess of it once we get to hear more again.
Yeah, it's not really that reliable though. It varies depending on the stress and stuff like that the baby's going through. That must be a really, really old wicker basket, Tim. So got some fried potatoes. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are going to be having a little one soon. And yeah, I'm going to get going myself. Dinner just got done. So I'm going to get going. I really appreciate each and every one of you that's come onto my live stream. Now, if all of you could hit that thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And I always leave you guys with a bite. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. For those of you that don't know what pork steak is, it's a really, really good, cheap cut of pork. Almost like a pork chop, but better. It's really tender and juicy if you cook it right. That's what we're having tonight, breaded pork chops. So guys, I appreciate every one of you. Like I said before, I do my live streams every time I do have any kind of preparation with my dinners. I'm going to be having a video come out tomorrow night, a regular video that I haven't done in forever. So please ignore my editing skills. I have to refresh. But you guys, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for chatting with me and having a good time. If you want to email me about anything, questions, comments, anything like that, my email's in the description. If you have a few pennies to spare, we're going to be having a baby soon. Every penny is going to be appreciated and just very wisely spent. So, guys, again, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining my live stream. Y'all have a good night. This is so good.